Hello everyone and welcome back to Wise Feather TV. Did you know that from 2000 to 2024 we've witnessed some truly remarkable El Nino and La Nina events that have shaken up the weather patterns around the globe? Picture this: the scorching El Nino of 2015 and 2016, one of the strongest on record, bringing intense heat waves and massive coral bleaching. Or think about the back-to-back La Niña events of 2020 and 2022, bringing cooler temperatures and storms to parts of the world. Not familiar with this phenomena? Want to know why it is so important to be familiar with them? Well then, let's dive straight into this world of El Nino and La Niña. Firstly, let's break them down. Both are phases of the El Nino Southern Oscillation Cycle, which somehow basically describes fluctuations in temperature between the ocean and the atmosphere in the eastern central equatorial Pacific. El Nino happens when the surface waters in the central and eastern Pacific Ocean become warmer than normal. This warming occurs because the usual winds that blow from east to west weaken, allowing warm water that is normally pushed towards Asia to flow back towards the Americas. Imagine the ocean as a big bathtub, and during El Nino, the water at one end gets really warm. Normally, the air moves in a pattern where the warm air rises near Indonesia, travels eastward high in the atmosphere, and then sinks near South America. Now, during El Nino, this pattern changes because of the warmer water, causing the air to rise more in the central Pacific instead of near Indonesia. The Pacific jet stream is a fast flowing ribbon of air high above in the atmosphere over the Pacific Ocean. Normally, it flows west to east across the northern Pacific. During El Nino, this jet stream moves southward, causing wetter and stormier conditions in southern United States and in Peru, while leading to dry conditions in areas like Australia and Indonesia. The locations of these regions in relation to the Pacific Ocean and their prevailing weather patterns play a crucial role in how they experience the impacts of El Nino. For example, during the 2015 El Nino, Australia experienced severe droughts, bushfires, significantly impacting agriculture, infrastructure, and the economy. In Peru, heavy rains caused flooding and landslides, disrupting communities and causing economic losses, while in Indonesia, the dry conditions resulted in forest fires and haze, affecting public health and tourism. If El Nino is the warm phase, then La Niña is the cool phase. La Niña is marked by cooler than usual sea surface temperatures in the central and eastern Pacific Ocean, and it generally brings the opposite effects of El Nino, as you can imagine. It strengthens the trade winds, which are the winds that usually blow from east to west across the equator. These stronger trade winds push more warm water westward, bringing cooler water to the surface in the east, which is different from normal because the surface waters are cooler and the warm water is displaced further west than usual. This shift moves the jet stream northward, whereas it is normally further south. This causes wetter weather in the Pacific Northwest, because the northern jet stream path brings more storms to that region, and it leads to drier conditions in the southern United States, because storms are diverted away from there. La Nina also enhances the upwelling of cool, nutrient-rich water, which boosts marine life by providing more nutrient for the fish and other marine organisms to thrive on. However, this can also lead to extreme weather events. For example, La Nina can cause significant flooding in Southeast Asia and Australia due to increased rainfall because the cooler waters shift weather patterns to bring more rain to these regions. Meanwhile, the southwestern United States might experience severe droughts because the weather patterns divert moisture away from this area. These varying impacts are due to the geographical locations and specific climatic characteristics of each region. Now, you might be wondering, do El Nino and La Nina events happen every year? The answer is no. These phenomena typically occur every 2 to 7 years and can last for several months to even a couple of years. The timing and intensity can vary greatly, influenced by interactions between the ocean, the atmosphere, such as the strength and direction of trade winds, sea surface temperatures, and even changes in the atmospheric pressure across the tropical Pacific. The reason behind these cycles lies in the dynamics of the El Nino southern oscillation systems. Factors such as sea surface temperatures, trade winds, and atmospheric pressure all play a role in determining whether conditions will be neutral or if an El Nino or La Nina event will occur. During the ENSO neutral phase, conditions are closer to the long-term average, meaning that sea surface temperatures and atmospheric pressures are well within the typical ranges for the Pacific Ocean. However, when certain thresholds are crossed, such as a significant rise or fall in sea surface temperatures, or say changes in atmospheric pressure patterns, they trigger the onset of either El Nino or La Nina, leading to significant weather changes we've already discussed. So, we've covered the basics of El Nino and La Nina. But how is climate change affecting these powerful climate phenomena? Climate change is altering the frequency, the intensity, and the impacts of the ENSO events. Research suggests that while the exact influence of climate change on ENSO is complex and varied, not entirely understood either, there are some concerning trends. For instance, warmer ocean temperatures may enhance the severity of El Nino events, leading to more extreme weather patterns globally. Similarly, La Nina events may also become more intense, contributing to severe droughts and flooding in different regions. This means that the disruptions caused by these events, such as floods, droughts, heat waves, and even storms, could become more frequent and severe, posing greater risks to communities, economies, and ecosystems worldwide. Why is it important for everyone, not just scientists and experts, to be familiar with the phenomena of El Nino and La Nina? The answer is simple. These events impact our daily lives in significant ways. They influence weather patterns that determine the food we eat, the water we drink, our health, and even the safety of our homes. For examples, farmers rely on understanding these patterns to know when to plant and harvest crops. Coastal residents need to be aware of the increased risks of storms and flooding to their protected homes and families. Everyone else can benefit too. Commuters need to anticipate extreme weather for safer travel. Families should prepare for potential heat waves or cold spells, and local communities need to manage water resources more effectively. By understanding El Nino and La Nina, everyone can take steps to better prepare for and adapt to the changes these events bring, reducing their negative effects on our lives and communities. Now, let's talk about some simple and effective life hacks to help you minimize the impact of El Nino and La Nina without breaking the bank. We're all familiar with the importance of insulation and ventilation. Proper insulation keeps your home cool during the El Nino heat waves by keeping hot air out and cool air in. Ensure your attic and walls are well insulated to maintain a comfortable temperature and to reduce your reliance on air conditioning, saving you money on your energy bills. Similarly, using ceiling fans instead of air conditioners can significantly lower your energy consumption, creating a cooling breeze without the high energy usage of AC units. If you're renting a place like me, making significant changes to the insulation or installing ceiling fans for that matter may not be feasible. In such cases, let's explore some alternative pocket friendly ways to beat the heat. One simple trick is to spill water on your balcony or terrace. As the water evaporates, it naturally cools down the surrounding area, providing relief from the heat without relying on electricity. Another effective method is to choose light colored curtains or blinds for your windows. Light colors, as we know, reflect sunlight more efficiently than dark colors, which helps to keep the interior of your home cooler by reducing the amount of heat that is absorbed. Additionally, hanging damp sheets or towels in front of open windows can create a cooling effect as the breeze passes through, picking up the cool moisture and distributing it throughout the room. For a more long-term solution, you may want to consider planting more trees or installing shades outside your windows. These natural barriers act as a shield against direct sunlight, decreasing the amount of heat that enters your home. By strategically placing trees or shades to block the sun's rays during the hottest parts of the day, you can maintain a cooler indoor temperature without relying heavily on air conditioning. All in all, understanding the workings of El Nino and La Nina is essential for everyone, not just the experts. These phenomena wield profound influence over our daily lives, shaping weather patterns that impact food production, water resources, health safety, and whatnot. With climate change intensifying, the frequency and severity of these events, it's imperative for us to understand and adapt. By adopting simple, cost effective measures and making informed decisions in our lives, we can mitigate the effects of El Nino and La Nina on our communities. Remember, staying informed and proactive is key to resilience in the face of shifting climate dynamics. So keep learning and keep enlightening others too about their role in this. Well, that's it for me today. Thank you for tuning in to Wise Feather TV. And if you liked today's video, be sure to press the thumbs up, share, and subscribe for further enlightening content. Thank you.